Okay, I think we're on.
Okay.
All right, so just tell me your name, or tell the audience your name.
My name is Julia Gatilla.
Okay, and Julia, and so just tell everybody how you first came here. How'd you find out about this office?
I came here at the recommendation of my father because I was experiencing pain in my back, and it was getting progressively worse over a couple of months. It started shooting down my arm. My arm was going numb, and I came in to see Dr. Pucci originally about my back and the pain I was feeling in my back and my arm.
Well, you're in the office now. It's been about 6 months.
6 months.
You're here, right?
A little bit more than 6 months.
How's the initial problem doing? How are you doing with that?
That was fixed almost immediately.
Almost immediately?
Yeah. The pain in...
And how long had you had that for, before you came here?
About 4 months, I think.
About 4 months.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty gratifying.
Yeah, absolutely. The pain in coming down my shoulder and my arm went away almost immediately.
All right.
And then the pain in my back got better. It took a little bit longer, but got better.
Okay. Now, there's been a few other issues or health issues that were concerning you that maybe you didn't even think about addressing with myself being a chiropractor, but I know number one was your TMJ, right?
Yes.
So.
I've had pain in my jaw when I chew, sometimes when I talk, since I was 14 or 15 years old, I think.
Since you're about 14 or 15, and you're how old?
31.
You're 31.
Yeah. So I've been living with that for half of my life. Just chewing is painful. Waking up in the morning, my jaw is tired. Sometimes opening and closing my mouth, it pops, it shifts, it locks.
This is a daily thing.
Absolutely, every day. Every time I move my jaw.
And you've tried other things?
I've tried other things. I've actually seen other chiropractors, and I've seen dentists specifically to try and fix it. And it's sometimes a temporary fix, but nothing else ever really helped.
Okay, and so what's happening now with that?
It's almost 100% better. I've almost kind of forgotten about it, that I ever even had it. It's 1,000,000% better. I don't get tired. My mouth doesn't get tired when I'm chewing anymore. It doesn't feel sore when I wake up in the morning anymore.
Does that mean you're talking a lot more?
I don't even know if that was possible.
All right, that's cool. So, and so what else? There was another health issue that was also a concern.
Yeah, something that I never had even thought about, but when Dr. Pucci started asking me questions about my health and my general wellness, every month when I got my period, I would get a cold, and I would have a cold, a runny nose, a cough, a sore throat. I would be tired for 4 or 5 days every single month. Absolutely, every single month. For, I don't know how long that has been, maybe the last 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years?
Yeah.
Has that been addressed by anyone else?
No, I had never really ever, it just was something that I just sort of figured, well, that's part of my PMS or whatever. I never really even mentioned it.
And
I never
now,
thought about it.
what's happening?
And I have not had that in the 6 months that I've been coming here. In the 6 months that I've been coming to see you, I've only had one slight cold. With that's a huge change in my life. To not have to deal with that anymore is a huge improvement in my life.
I'm glad to hear that. That is pretty cool, right?
Me too.
So obviously this became, obviously it was the pain that brought you in here, but obviously there's been a lot more impactful changes other than just the numbness on your arm and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So what would you tell anybody else? Just anybody else who might have the opportunity to listen to this, who might be thinking about needing some changes in their life, what would you tell them to do?
I would say that Dr. Pucci treats a whole patient. Takes time to sit down with you and find out who you are and what your situation is, and ask me questions that no doctor had ever asked me before, that led to him learning things about me that nobody had ever knew, and helped me with those things that one of them I had never even thought to ask for help with, but spends time with you. He takes his time to learn who you are and what you need, and helps you, and helped me, helped change my life.
So you would say this is life-changing care?
Absolutely.
All right.
Life-changing care.
Julia, thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you.
Okay.